If you've invested in high-ticket programs that are collecting dust, I have very good news for you. It's not because you're lazy. Today we're talking about why all those strategies that you pay for are still sitting in your Google Drive, unanswered calendar requests, or up on a shelf somewhere. And most importantly, how you can finally make the time to use them so you get the ROI you deserve. The first time I invested in a 10K program, I was so excited. I was ready to hit the ground running. And then 3 months later, I realized that I hadn't even touched it. And it's not because I didn't want to. I wanted to learn the skills that it was teaching. But every single day felt like I was just stuck in the weeds. I was putting out fires and I had no idea what to do next or how I could even fit in another phone call. And I know I'm not the only one. So if you're drowning in fires and urgent tasks and urgent emails, I'm going to tell you right now, it's very clear if you're a successful woman, you make six figures beyond, you already know what to do, right? But if every day feels like a game of whack-a-mole where you're responding to these emails and you're responding to client requests and these random emergencies that maybe your team pulls up on you, they're taking you away from implementing these high-level strategies that is your job to implement, okay? So this is what I want you to do. Set a 15-minute timer at the beginning of every single morning. And before you talk about client stuff, or before you meet with your team, before you answer a single freaking email, I want you to spend those 15 minutes identifying one task that's going to move the needle in your business. And then I want you to schedule the time today to implement it. No distractions, no excuses, just start small. If you think you can only fit in a half an hour, fit in a half an hour, okay? One of my clients told me that she would sit down to work on her program, and then within 10 minutes, she'd get a quick Slack message. And then it would turn into like an hour of back and forth and an email between her and her team, right? And before she knew it, like half the day was gone and her plan was out the window. Or that she was so far behind in her client work, she couldn't even find the time to implement anything that she was trying to learn, okay? Don't let that be you. Now, sometimes your brain defaults to comfort. This is when you find yourself scrolling, right? Or at the end of the day, all you want to do is sit on the couch with a bowl of cereal or a bowl of ice cream and veg out on some rando TV show that's not going to do any good for you, right? When your brain is overwhelmed or it's faced with this huge, ambitious to-do, like whatever you learned in that 10K program, it's not that your brain's being lazy because you can't figure out how to implement it. It's because there's too much going on. Right? Your brain it's still a computer. We still have to switch from task to task. And if you're trying to do too much at once, it gets overwhelmed. So 5 minutes is all I want you to take, right? So set aside 5 minutes for brain dumping and prioritization. Whenever you feel the resistance, like you'll feel it in your body. You're staring at the stuff on your desk and you're not quite sure what to do next. Or you go to do this thing, you're like, oh, I should probably do this thing, right? Whenever you feel that pull or that stuckness, I want you to write down every single thing that's buzzing around in your head, okay? Identify the one thing that's going to make the biggest impact towards your goals. And it could be the big goal, it could be the week goal, it could be your daily goal, I don't care. Pick out the one thing that's going to make the biggest impact. And then you will be able to get it done because your brain likes the clarity. There's just too much going on. So if you say, oh, look, this is the one thing I want to do, all of a sudden the calmness, the overwhelm is gone, and you can actually take action on that one thing. If you need help with this, there is a guide linked below called Maximize Your Time for Profit. And inside that guide, there's quite a few different things, but there is a section in there that's going to help you understand your brain's natural rhythm. Check it out because it makes all the difference. We've already gone over the fact that you know what you're doing. You know how to grow your business. You know you have the skills that you need to get to the next level. What you need more of is a very clear, manageable plan. So that way you can integrate what you already know into your current schedule without burning yourself out or sacrificing your personal life. Doesn't that sound great? Do everything that you want to do and not sacrifice anything at all. My mother always used to say, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And I never understood it. And like my business motto is, yes, I freaking can. I can have my cake and I can eat it too. So there. And we're going to help you get there. Okay. Every single week, not this week and maybe not next week, every single week, set an implementation hour. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. Okay. But treat it like a client meeting. One where, like, if you cancel with them, you can never get in touch with them again. Or a qualification call or a discovery call, right? You want to be on the sales calls. So schedule it and make it something so that it's the most important thing on your calendar, okay? Non-negotiable. That 1 hour, you're going to focus solely on implementing the strategies you already paid for or the skills that you already have that you know you need to implement in order to make it to the next level. If it's on your calendar, it's real. Your brain will recognize it as this is something that needs to get done. If you just have it in the back of your head rolling around or on a to-do list somewhere, it's not going to have as much impact, okay? If you can block out an hour a week, I am willing to bet that in just 4 weeks, you'll start seeing a return on your investment. That 1 hour can literally be your highest ROI activity. Look, you already know what to do, okay? You've got the tools, you've got the skill sets, you've taken the majillions of classes, you've had the clients, you already know what you have is working. Now it's time to start using the skills that you have, using all of the research that you have and the data that you have and implementing them. So pick one action from today. I gave you 3. Pick one and try it out this week and see what works for you. If it doesn't work, pick a different one and do a different one and see what works. Maybe you pick something, you want to do an implementation hour and you do Friday at 2:00 and you realize you don't want to work Friday at 2:00 or you don't want to implement things Friday at 2:00. So put it at a different time, okay? But the key is to pick something and actually try it, not just listen and go, those are great ideas and walk away, okay? And I want you to either comment underneath here or shoot me a DM. I'm on all the socials. It's my name, no matter where I am, or you can Google More Hours Collective. It's up to you. I want to know how it goes, okay? I promise that when you start small, the momentum is going to build super fast.